And now here's Z with Za'Darius Smith and Shelby Harris.
So you guys are like, had fun last year. Let's run it back, right? That's what it was?
Definitely.
Had to get the gang back together. You already know.
Yeah. And think about Za'Darius in your room. I mean, it is literally the gang back together. Miles, you, Alex, Obo, Isaac, Isaiah. I mean, you got the whole crew back together.
Yes.
Have you had that before where you've gone like 5 straight guys back-to-back seasons?
I never had that in my career of football. Nope. Never had it. So this is going to be something special to running back like this.
And I saw you seeing Mo down there, and so you got you and Mo and Siaki and Dalvin bringing that back as well.
Yeah.
Was that something that was important to you?
Yeah, just to be with the same guys that we had last year. We all had a real good chemistry, and we play really well off each other. So it was really important to be with these guys.
Yeah.
When you guys go into a situation like this, it could be potentially free agency again.
Yeah.
You guys said no before we're gonna come back to Cleveland. What was kind of the deciding factor for either of you?
I feel like because it was the start of something special, to get as far as we did this past year. We had a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
And still made it to the playoffs, man. So that's how you know this team is special. And I just want to continue to, finish my career and play the rest of my years here in Cleveland.
Yeah, I just think that it's just you don't get these type of locker rooms very often in the league where everybody's cool, everybody gets along, everyone's like brothers. And so, even with all the injuries and stuff, how successful we were last year, you can't turn down an opportunity to be back with this group. It's just when you enjoy going to work every day and, you enjoy being around the people that you work with every day, it's man, oh my God. And even no matter how annoying any of the dudes may be, but, at the end of the day, like, that's important. Like, it makes your life a lot easier, a lot happier when you enjoy what you're doing and who you're doing it with.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell the people they didn't get the privilege of hearing you guys banter back and forth for about 10 minutes before we started this, but you guys clearly enjoy being together, and it sounds there's a good give and take, a little friendly banter, some jousting.
Man, I didn't miss him at all, man. You know what I mean? Like, he over here be bothering me over here, not answering nobody's phone calls and stuff. That's,
No, so it's crazy. He called me. I actually changed my number because I always change my number, I think, every 2 years. But he was trying to call me. Couldn't get in touch with me, so he hit me up on Instagram. Like, hey, Z, where you at? I thought we was taking a D-line trip.
Yeah, we were supposed to, but of course, nobody ever want to show up to anything. So,
well, you know who have to pay for that, right? Miles Garrett.
DPOY.
Miles Garrett.
DPOY.
That's right.
He's paying for the trip.
The reigning defensive player of the year, no
Yes,
doubt.
sir.
Exactly. Why not? He's doing just fine for himself.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's doing fine for himself. Speaking of trips, you guys got anything coming up?
Please don't ask Shelby. But for myself, I got a chance to take my family to Cancun, Mexico. It was something, quick and short, because my family, they didn't want to be gone from home too long. But I think that was one of my trips, and I'm also go to Tokyo.
Really?
Tokyo. Yes, sir.
Have you ever been before?
Never been.
What's the draw to you? I want to go Tokyo too. I think Japan seems fascinating.
Man, I just always see videos of the people on the Mario Karts. What is it?
Mario Kart?
Like the small Mario Karts downtown.
Where they're rolling around.
Tokyo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
You might be too big. You might be too big. The big Z might be too big for one of those
that's
carts.
just a kid in me. I just want to try it out. But
That's a long. By the way, that's a long flight to go to get in a go kart. I'm just saying.
Look, once this air, everybody will know exactly what I'm talking about.
But Mario Kart, I'm done.
Nah. But all seriousness, man, just to take my family somewhere. I actually got my oldest son right now. He's 10.
Okay.
So for him to be able to experience that is going to be big. So
yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
Can't wait to do that.
I know Shelby's got big plans telling everybody about it. Why don't you tell the audience?
I'm not telling everyone. Everyone keeps
That's
asking
what I heard.
me.
That's just what we heard.
Everyone keeps asking me, and so I'm not going to lie. But just
10 minutes.
But we got a big spring break. All these kids. We got 4 kids, and 2 different spring breaks. They're a week after each other. So the first week we're going to Honduras, going to Rotan for my oldest spring break, and it's like a big family trip. My in-laws are going, my brother-in-law is going. So it'll be nice. We haven't done that in a couple years. The in-laws getting older, got to enjoy every minute, that you have with them.
With the family.
And then the next week after that, we're going to Cancun, and we'll be there for a week.
Following in the footsteps.
Yeah, we'll be in Cancun for a week, but then the next month in April, I got a wedding. I got to go to Cabo, and then supposedly, maybe for my anniversary, we're going to Ibiza.
Oh, wow.
So out of all the trips, he never mentioned the D-line trip.
Yeah, because
Sounds like he's pretty well booked here.
Yeah,
to be honest with you. Sounds like
hey,
he's
I can
pretty
always
booked
make
up.
time for a D-line trip. It's just, the powers that be need to make the decision.
Yeah. We got to get on the phone with Miles.
I feel
And Dalvin.
Yeah,
I'm talking about,
Dalvin, yeah.
what, Mr. International.
Aren't you guys the most senior guys?
Yeah, but it's
So
it's
to me, there's
it's
some
a
respect
core
that comes
five.
with that, right?
It's
Hey,
like a
look,
core
I got
five
3
of us.
kids.
Okay.
I have 3 kids. He has 4.
No, you guys are answering to different masters. You guys have different things that you're dealing with there, negotiating.
Dalvin, Noah, and Miles have kids, so
Right,
they
so
can
they should
spread the wealth.
Well, from my standpoint, somebody who also has kids, then it feels like you guys say, "Hey, here's when we're available,"
right.
Make it
because
work.
you're always available.
I like
Yeah,
it.
it's called Make It Work.
Right.
work.
These
Yeah.
are our dates. Make
Yeah.
it work.
Ma-
Hey, we still
exactly.
have time. As long as we get this trip done before the start of next season, it still counts.
It still counts.
It still
I
counts.
like
Yeah, no
I
doubt,
like it.
no
I
doubt.
like it.
When you think back on last season, you mentioned all the injuries, just kind of the wild scene, and I'll never forget Thursday night against the Jets after we win, doing the laps around the stadium
yeah.
with all the fans.
Yeah, man.
When you think back on it, obviously it didn't end the way that you guys wanted it to end. I mean, it only ends the way one team wants it to end ultimately in the National Football League, but was this a pretty special season and really for you guys being new city, right? You for a long time had been a rival
Yeah.
of the Cleveland Browns, just like Joe
Baltimore,
Flacco with
yeah.
the Baltimore Ravens. To just feel that kind of love, was that a special night for you guys in your career as well?
Yeah, I feel like it was for me because I could say I've been in this situation, 6 times now, to be able to make it to the playoffs
Yeah.
and just get an opportunity. And being in Baltimore, getting ready to play Cleveland, like, okay, we about to play Cleveland. Yeah, this is a stat game, And to come here is really not like that anymore. We're taking advantage of every opportunity. And like I said, it's the start of something special. And it's only going to get bigger from here.
Absolutely.
I just think it was just to be a part of something with this fan base, and everyone's always heard about how crappy the Browns have been. Let's just be honest about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Not anymore.
No.
Well, no, and that's
No,
the
sir.
thing, though, to be a part of that, the changing of the guard, to be a part of, this new Browns era that's coming in, that's what was cool about it. You know what I mean? Because even before the season, like when I got here, nobody expected anything of us. Then the minute that Deshaun went down, nobody expected anything of us.
Right.
Chubbs, Deshaun, like every injury that would happen, everyone was like, oh, they're done. They're done, count them out. And
Each
all we
and
kept
every
doing
week,
was
we
just kept
found a way.
responding,
Yep.
every week. So,
Finding a way.
that's what made it special. And then, just to have the support of the fan base, and then that last game you said, against the Jets, like, I've never been a part of anything like that. You know what I mean? Where, like, after the game, you're going around high-fiving everybody,
Yeah,
just, like,
man.
hanging out with the fans, like, as a pro.
sure.
That's like a college atmosphere.
It was like a senior night in college,
You
right?
know what I mean? So it was just, it was real special to be a part of something like that. And just, and to sign back here and to be a part of the growth of the Cleveland Browns and to be able to say, like, we're helping, the ascending Browns, take the next step.
Obviously, I'm biased at working with this organization for so long, but these fans are special. Would you guys have played in some great environments, obviously, in the past with great fan bases, but do you feel there is something special about this city and when you win
Yes.
in this city?
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
100%.
Man, I was on a flight last night, and they put me right there in the front. I don't know why they put me right there in the front seat.
Well, that's typically a good seat.
Yeah,
To be fair,
but
a lot of people would change
it was
yeah.
just everybody that got on the plane, after me was just, hey, Za'Darius, thank you, kids, at the age of 6, 7, getting out of their seat while the plane is in the air. Can I take a picture with you? And I'm like, man, don't you supposed to be sitting down? But it's just like the fan base, man. A lot of people here, man, are really, truly loving the Browns, man. And that's why I'm so happy to sign back here now.
You guys are both family men. You have kids,
Yes, sir.
as you talked about earlier. And you talked about also, rightfully so, for a while, it was a struggle here, to be perfectly fair. So there was a generation of kids, and thus fathers with their kids and mothers with their kids, who didn't get to root for a winner.
Right.
And you guys have brought something very special to this city, and it's bringing generations of kids back. For a while, it's like, who wants to root for a team that didn't win a game, right? I mean, that's it's a little bit of a hard sell.
It is.
And now to see that, and you're talking about 6 and 7-year-olds wanting to come take pictures, that's an exciting thing, and you guys are certainly a part of something very special in that regard.
Man, my neighbors. Like, I think about it like this, like, my whole neighborhood has like 50 kids in it. And it's just like the excitement that the team brings to the community. Like everyone, you can talk about the Cavs, you can talk about all other teams, but you can tell they're just
a
waiting.
Brownstown.
They're waiting for the Browns to pop.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And it's just to see how excited that, families and everyone are getting, like when we do good, it's a motivation, to do better. And yeah, like I got to say, it is one of the better fan bases like in the league because they've been bad for so long and they're still here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm from Milwaukee, so I grew up a Packer fan, but my whole life growing up, we were good. Yeah. So I can only imagine if it was the other way around and the Packers were terrible, and then they finally got good and I was a fan. So, I feel like, the whole locker room embraces it, and, we become one with the community.
Yeah, and I can say this, too, when I was telling you about the guys who was coming on the airplane. There was one man, he was 90 years old. I forgot his name, but hopefully he watches and see it. And he was just telling me how excited he'd be on Sundays just to wait for the Browns to come on and play. He said that was his first time ever feeling that way. So that was special to hear that from him, a guy that's 90 years old, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've got to get it. We got to get it done for him this year, right? We got to get it. So we talked about coming back. You love the locker room, love the continuity and the group of guys you're with. In your room, one change, though, obviously, defensive line coach Jacques Césaire, who played in the league for a long, long time, was with Houston last year. How's that? And obviously, no Obo and some of the guys down there. How's kind of your introduction? So you guys talking to him down there into the cafe?
Man, it was great. I can relate to him because, he played, 9, 10 years?
Yeah.
And then I'm going into year 10, so
is that wild to reflect?
Getting old. Man, no, I'm not getting old. Don't say that. But it's a blessing because a lot of people don't get the opportunity to make it this far, man, and just to have a coach that played that long, man, to understand the game. And when something may go wrong in the game, he'll be able to see it before I see it. So just to have a guy like that in the building, where he came from was Texans. He helped produce a lot of guys. Anderson
played well, yeah. Grenard
just went to Minnesota.
Barnett played well with them last year when he went there.
So we getting something special, man. You thought you saw something last year. Wait till you see this D-line this year.
By the way, 10 years of the league, not a gray hair. Congratulations.
Is that supposed to be a shot or something like that?
Look at Shelby.
Don't let the frost on the roof fool you.
I say this because I'm going into year 11, and I say this: give him one more year.
One more year.
Give him one more year. Give him one more year, and he's gonna get these grays in the beard just like I do.
No, don't wish that on me. Don't wish that on me. No,
guys, congratulations. I'm sure going into free agency probably could be somewhat. Where am I going to end up? What's it going to be like with families? All of that to be able to come back and know that they wanted you back right away. Yeah. You wanted to come back. It's awesome. So welcome back. Congrats, and looking forward to a big season after all of your adventures around the world, especially yours.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Shelby.
All right. For Za'Darius Smith, Shelby Harris, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back with more Cleveland Browns Daily right after this.